Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. And today, well, it's a funny thing, I actually already recorded this video technically. It was basically about my thoughts about a Saiyan Saga celebration for Golden Week. However, V-Jump came out last night, and today I was gonna upload that video. But no, because we now know we're getting Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Majin Buu / Evil Buu dual Dokkan Fest for Golden Week, which honestly isn't too surprising to me because it felt like they just switch up on us weirdly sometimes and they just surprise us, which I think in that video I mentioned something about wanting to be surprised, so I guess here it is. Meanwhile, as we're doing that, we're gonna be playing the LR Krillin LR event in the background because I still have to farm up his medals and everything like that. I'm still a long way to go. So I'm able to get some extra farming time while I'm doing this. So yeah, I'm lagging a little too, yikes. It's okay, it'll probably clear very soon. Just a little bit of recording lag right there. Excuse me. Oh yeah, continuing on. The lag is kind of bothering me now. Yikes, it should be good though. Because my phone's a little... my phone just got off the charger, I think, so I just didn't have time to warm up just yet. Well, before I started recording. Anyways, continuing on, it's a very interesting dual Dokkan Fest. I feel like it was something... It's a dual Dokkan Fest that was eventually going to happen. Honestly, Gotenks and Super Buu, Majin Buu, we just didn't know when it would really actually happen. I feel like it kind of might have caught a lot of people off guard. Because when you think of Golden Week, I don't think anyone really was thinking of Majin Buu and Gotenks. But I mean, to me it makes sense. Honestly, the Buu saga, they were kind of building up with it and they kind of stopped, but then now they came back to it after all the Realm of Gods kind of stuff that was when going on with you know, after the 5th anniversary and beyond with Beerus, and then Bardock came out for Saiyan Day, that was a thing. And yeah, I mean, now we got this Vegeta and Nappa. There's a Dokkan Fest right now. Who was the Dokkan Fest? Who was the latest Dokkan Fest? My brain went, oh, Blue Cowcan, right? And he came out because I felt like they shouldn't just keep pushing him out. And then we just got again Vegeta and Nappa last night as well. I might do a summer video on that. I'm not too sure. I haven't just brought it to my mind just yet. I might just save it for Golden Week. But yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the Gotenks. Only a 5. Wow. I'm gonna give my thoughts on the Gotenks and Super Buu and what I think they could potentially do. I'm not gonna go too into detail because I might make a video where I predict what they might do, which, you know, I used to do that a lot in the past. I haven't been doing it recently as much, but I think I'm gonna start doing those again. Video prediction videos are really fun for me to make. Oh, I got a 10 extra, that's pretty good. But I feel like with the Gotenks, he's obviously going to be a very important unit, more important than the Super Buu, because the fusion team definitely needs buffs, and you know, it's with the Gotenks, he could be that very same buff that the fusion team wants to get. This Gotenks starts off as base form, goes Super Saiyan, and goes into Super Saiyan 3, which, you know, is the first Gotenks to ever do that. It's the Gotenks we've been waiting for, honestly. The thing with that, if you think about the Gotenks units, and if you think about their links, that this is one thing that could be problematic. Base form Gotenks usually have shocking speed, Super Saiyan Gotenks usually have prepare for battle, and then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks usually have over in a flash. Now, there might be, I don't think that'll be an issue with the card itself. I just think it potentially could be, because they've been screwing up key links a lot recently. Like, Vegeta and Nappa don't have prepare for battle, Blue Cowcan Goku only has over in a flash, Bardock actually has good links, surprisingly. Beerus has good links as well. Cooler didn't have shocking speed, I believe. You know, there's been recent units that just are missing some links, and obviously, you know, it can be a hurting factor in some teams. And, you know, this Gotenks, if he really goes shocking speed to prepare for battle to over in a flash, that could definitely be a hindrance if he doesn't like provide any key support to the entire rotation on his passive. He may do that, I'm not too certain, but for his leader skill, if we're talking about his leader skill, he definitely won't be another Fusions category leader. I feel like he could be a youth leader. Honestly, it's been a while since we got like a big buff to the youth team, I believe. Kid Goku's great, but I feel like we could definitely get a leader skill that's 170-130 split for that category. That would make the most sense. Just nowadays, like, we don't really see 150 category leader skills too much. The only one we've seen very recently was this LR Krillin effect, and along with that, the LR fusions for the 5-year. The reason the LR fusions got 150 across the board is because I feel like adding 170 on top of that, they have a bunch of 170 teams, but I feel like with their category is stupid. Like Vegito, Patara and Last Resort. Imagine that being 170% attack and defense and 130% HP. That would be insanely good. And I feel like, you know, split stats are not bad either. But I was trying to think of like what new category this Gotenks could lead. Nothing really popped up to mind. Honestly, he could potentially be a fusions leader as well. I hope not. But if you've seen the thing with what happened with Android 13, how he was another Android's leader, that could be a thing that potentially happens, which would obviously suck. No one really wants another fusion category leader. We have plenty of those by now, but it's Akatsuki. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a youth leader though. I would have to look at more Gotenks categories. Maybe it could be a category like the Innocents. That might be a category that could come to fruition. Like it would basically, if you think about it, it basically could be like siblings bond. I have to look at the Innocence link again. I believe it's a 10% attack link. That could be a very interesting category, honestly. Depending on who they add to it. And the thing with categories is that they like making these dual category leaders that have a lot of intertwined in between them. So it's just like basically this category but with a few extra characters. That's what they like doing a lot. So I feel like that's probably going to be the case. In Innocence category leader, it makes sense paired along with the youth category leader, but like I'm not too sure about that. You know, they come up with really weird categories, you know, really bizarre categories recently, and it's just categories they've been doing are just not good. That's a whole other topic though. But yeah, I feel like this Gotenks may also be int, and he might stack some way. Because if you think about it, the fusion team doesn't actually have a stacking unit like raises attack and defense permanently. None of the fusion. I don't even think they have a single unit who stacks like defense. They might have one, but like not good from what I like at the top of my head. I guess the unit that quote unquote stacks defense would be the Super Saiyan physical Gotenks, but he just raises defense by 30% for like up to 120% every time he super attacks. So it's not really like a stacking. Like an actual stacking, like just permanently on their super attack. So I feel like that's definitely a unit. Gotenks will definitely do that, at least until he transforms to Super Saiyan 3. Because he's obviously going to transform and have an active going to Super Saiyan 3. I feel like Super Saiyan 3 might, like Super Saiyan 1 will be, he'll transform into Super Saiyan 1, and then Super Saiyan 3 will be like an active skill that lasts like 3 to 5 turns, and he'll just go absolutely like broken. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like, imagine him just massively raising attack and defense 1 turn or something when he goes Super Saiyan 3. You know, something like that. You know, I feel like he's gonna be really crazy. 200% attack and defense or something. I don't know. I hope they don't make him lose defense. Ooh, that's pretty lucky. That's what I like to see. But yeah, I feel like that's what I think about this Gotenks overall as a unit. I feel like he may lower his defense when he goes Super Saiyan 3. That's a possibility. I hope he doesn't. But if he stacks defense before he turns Super Saiyan, like if he stacks defense like as a Super Saiyan or just in base form, or both, that might alleviate it a little. But I definitely feel like he's gonna be an int type. It's like we got Future Gohan recently, but I feel like we can get another Super Int type. Super Int is a little weak. If not, then a Tech type, Super Tech, I feel like would be a good option as well. Off the top of my head, there hasn't been many Super Tech Dokkan Fists recently. We got the Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegito, but you know he turns into Extreme, so I don't know if you can call that like a really. It's kind of a weird unit, slowly aging. If you just consider Super and Extreme teams, especially like mono teams, like Tech and everything like that. But, you know, he's still a good unit in my opinion. I still like him. He's fun to use at the very least. Should I keep Trunks with him? Yeah, that does look future. Okay. Yeah, that's really the best I can think about for this Gotenks. He's going to be a very interesting unit. They're going to definitely add something to him, I feel like, that's just going to make him stand out, because it's a Gotenks unit. They kind of make them do weird stuff. Now, if we're talking about this Majin Buu, he's very interesting because he's an exchange unit. So he's actually Majin Buu good / Majin Buu pure evil, which would be Skinny Buu, and then he switches obviously into Skinny Boo, and then he transforms into Super Boo. So I feel like with them, they're probably gonna be Majin Buu will probably have a healing factor. If you think about what categories he could lead, I feel like he's probably gonna be the perfect artificial life forms lead. I can't like, if you think of like an artificial life form, I feel like Majin Buu is definitely like, there aren't many too good Majin Buus, and you know the STR5 Buu is cool, but it wouldn't really replace anyone on that category specifically, honestly. And you know he could be a very like strong artificial life forms leader. I feel like he could potentially be very similar to Cooler in terms of supporting the category, but it's weird because if he's like a category support, he'll be the first like category support like that transforms twice, quote unquote. That goes through 2 phases, because Cooler, Future Gohan, Android 13, you know, units like that, they usually just transform like once. And then after they become like super strong non-supports, but strong in their own. So it could be very interesting to see how he turns out. He's definitely a very different unit, because this is the first unit that we get that's both a switch and transforming unit. So I wonder how they're gonna take it like that. But definitely an artificial life forms leader sounds very possible to me. I feel like he could also lower attack, probably. That's also another thing that he's probably going to do on passive. A lot of Majin Buus lower attack, so that's definitely a thing. Maybe Fat Buu might have a chance to stun as well. I don't think he's going to be an AoE, because it's not the Fat Buu that does the major explosion. I wonder if they'll include Mr. Satan in the super attack as well. Or not in the super attack, but maybe in the switch. That might be a possibility. The Super Buu, however, he could be an AoE, but I don't think that would really matter in the events that it should matter, because Super Buu is like the last phase. The only reason he'll be an AoE, in my opinion, is because he might do the human extinction attack, which, you know, that is very unrepresented in the game, honestly. So that's probably what's going to be his attack. That's why STR Buu. That's why it wasn't his super attack, because they were saving it for this Buu, I guess. I don't know. Well, I don't know if they planned that far ahead, but they may have. Who knows? It depends. We'll see when these Buu and Gotenks were made. Another leader skill that I think he could have as a new category, because they obviously introduce new categories all the time with these characters. I feel like he could be a regeneration category. Like if you play Dragon Ball Legends, you know all about regeneration for sure. The regen tag. You know, like Piccolo, Super Buu, Majin Buu, Android 21, you know, characters who regen like that. Technically, like, I feel like Frieza and Dokkan could be on the regeneration tag, because he has a metamorphosis link, kind of, which, you know, changes. And, you know, he does regrow his tail as well when he transforms into third of the spinal form. So that's technically regeneration, quote unquote. He's not on that in Legends. Zamasu would be in regeneration. So it could be a lot of units that aren't and it would be a lot of units that aren't on the artificial life form team. A lot of those units in the artificial life forms are basically like all of them are in regeneration. So it would be like I said earlier, they're like making dual category leaders have very, very similar units to each other. So that it doesn't become like 2 whole separate categories. It becomes like just one bigger category in a sense. That's why, like, that's just my opinion from what I see in the game. Personally, I honestly feel like a regeneration category is highly likely, because of course Legends and Dokkan do like to copy each other. In fact, Legends, it's coming out with a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks as well next month, and a Final Form Cooler, Zenkai Awakening, which is very interesting. But yeah, you see, so that's something you have to think about. You know, Legends and Dokkan does copy off each other a lot, so a regeneration category may not be too far off the horizon. That's what I think about this Buu and this Gotenks. However, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Pretty much finished our farming. That's basically all my thoughts right now. Think of it as like a rough draft video. I'm probably going to put this out on the same day. I'm going to actually go eat and then edit this and probably have it up later tonight. I wish I could have gone out earlier, but I had work today and everything. You know, you guys know the drill. You know, life is crazy still. Definitely with everything going on in the world. But yeah, Dang, I wish I could have done a single summon. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe if you did. Do all that fun stuff. Let me know what you think. If anything, at most, this video will be uploaded tomorrow. From the day I'm recording it, today is, I believe, Wednesday. Today is Thursday, the 16th, I believe. So if anything, it'll be up on Friday. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all next time.